Good morning. Well, it's almost noon. It's 11:36 here in Lebanon, Missouri. Sorry about that cough. I'm still fighting a cold. If y'all watched any of my shorts, you know that I've been fighting a head and chest cold. And I'm working with a light. I don't usually use a light. I usually get close enough to the window, and which my last video I didn't. You know, and depend on the living room light. But I was going to do fish at the do a fishing video today, but we got a downpour going on right now, and it's supposed to be like this way for about 4 hours. So, you know, it's gonna whenever that gets done, it's supposed to get up to like, you know, up in the 80s, upper 80s. So the humidity's gonna be horrible. And I keep adjusting this camera. It looks all cockeyed to me. Excuse me. Well, anyway, what I'm talking about today is I'm changing a couple of my fishing rods out. I bought them. You know, when I first started watching YouTube, I'm all about catfishing. So I Googled, you know, I went to search and I searched catfish, and I searched catfish videos. Well, the first guy they popped up was Steve Douglas, the catfish dude. I started watching everything he did. Well, the difference in me and Steve Douglas and a lot of the people you watch, they fish off boats. Now, myself and quite a few people don't have a boat. So, but we was taking everything, you know, I was soaking it in. I'm like, wow, this is totally different than how I was raised fishing catfish. Because, you know, of course, my first rod and reel was the Zebco 202, and you know, and Dad had us put it with the weight towards the bottom, and then we had a little, you know, bit of line coming out that way it wouldn't get hung up. Now, if we didn't fish, that's if we fished off bottom. Most of the time, we'd put a weight and hook, and we used bobbers. But that's just how we were raised. You know, use bobbers. Dad didn't like at first, you know, because Dad was having to change everyone's lines out, and you know, it didn't take long for me to figure out how to do it, and you know, take my own fish off the hook and everything. So that's just how I fished all the time. You know, and with the bobber, I remember going French just to fish for carp at Lake Meredith, and there I am fishing bobber, and I'm not very far from shore, and they're like, well, you're not going to catch anything. Well, you sit there and you watch these carp, they're swimming up and down the shoreline. So I was catching, and we was using sweet corn. I was catching carp right and left, and they just go, so there's just no way that should be happening. No way. Then one of them finally caught one deep, and they said, see, you need to be out deep. And I'm like, well, I've caught like 6, and y'all finally caught 1. So anyway, I took to heart what Steve Douglas was saying, and I bought 2, and I use spinning stuff. I mean, I like bait casting, but I just, you know, I'd rather get the distance. And people say, well, you can't bring in a big one with spinning gear. Well, when I was younger, you know, you watch American Sportsman or some of these shows that would finally have a deep sea fishing, they're using spinning gear. And I'm thinking, wow, they're catching 1,000-pound sailfish and they're using spinning gear, and they're not good. I'm like, something's wrong here. So anyway, I use spinning. I like it. If you're using stink bait, you can lob it out there, and you know, because you don't want to sling stink bait, it'll come off, which I'm going to show y'all a trick to what I do when we do use stink bait. Because your hookup ratio with treble hooks is not near as good as with a single hook. I mean, I've gone out there and had catfish hitting my stink bait, and my hookup ratio might be 3 out of every 10 hits, and that's just not very good. And that's the way it is. So what I'm doing, I'm going back to what I like to fish with. And for the average person, this is what they can afford. I've got those 2 Tangled Catfish spinning rods. I've used them maybe once each. I paid $79.95, so we rounded up to $80 for each of them. So what I like the Cabela stuff. And, you know, because they sponsor the King Cat series, and which now that's, you know, since Bass Pro bought them out, I'm going to have to get my scissors over here to get this off. So, and I know a lot of people are going to say, man, that's some cheap stuff. Well, you know what? I watched a lady one time. They have a walleye tournament on Lake Meredith. And the walleye tournament, and they have, you know, who catches the biggest walleye, who catches most poundage of walleyes. And then each fish had its own category, largest white bass, which we call them sand bass back there, by the way, in the Texas Panhandle. And, you know, catches the biggest bass and the biggest carp and, you know, just different stuff. It's just a fun deal. I mean, heck, you can make $50 catching the biggest carp. That's pretty good. So anyway, I watched this lady after the tournament had ended, and the largest catfish caught was, I think, like 2.5, 3 pounds. It wasn't very big. And she hooked a flathead. And it was about 6 o'clock in the evening, and she was using Zebscope 33. And she got that thing in. Fought it for probably about 15, 20 minutes, and it weighed 34 pounds. So if you know how to play a fish, you can pretty much get them in on anything. So what I'm going to do, I've got 2 Catmax reels, a Catmax reel, a spinning reel, and they're really good. They got a great drag system. They won't break the bank, and I'm going to take off those reels, and I'm going to give one to my son Dalton, because this rod that I got, I'm just going to show you the tip of it and everything, and then I'll show you the base. I'm going to put one on mine and one on his. They're 9-foot Cabela's King Cat rods. Well, I'll read what it says. Flip it around where I can't read upside down. It says Bass Pro Shops King Cat. So they used to be Cabela's. They're 9-footers, 2-piece, 10 to 30 pound line, which I use braid. 1 to 5 ounce weights, which that's and it's medium heavy and fast action. Okay. The tips on those tangled catfish are so stiff when you cast them out, you're just not getting the whip action you like. And seeing this, that's quite a bit. And with it being a 9-footer, I can get it out there. So I got ugly sticks. And the other thing about this, okay, I told you those cost $79.95. This costs $29.95. Save $50. So what I'm going to do later on is after yesterday's videos, I gained 5 subscribers, actually 7. I'm at 320 subscribers. So I still got 180 to go. I got a ways to go to get to the 500, which is the first vocal point. You know, everyone's first goal is hit that 500, and then after that's 1,000 and on up. So when I hit 500 subscribers, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a contest, and I'll remind everybody about it. And I'm going to give away, and actually I'm going to have the top 2. I'll do a drawing with 2 people, and not just 1 person. But out of my pocket, whoever wins the contest, here I'm in a rocking chair, whoever wins the contest and the top 2 people will each win one of these tangled cat, and these are brand new rods. I've had them forever now, and I've only used them 1 time each, and I just wasn't happy. But if you fish out of a boat and everything, and you just want to lob it out there and drag behind you, or you just want to let it hang down, that'd be great and you're into spinning gear, they'd be great for bigger blues, and they'd be great for bigger flatheads. But like I said, if you know how to play a fish, you got that drag set up right and everything, you can get in big fish in with just basic tackle. And that's what's going on. I'm changing stuff out. I was going to show you me changing it out, but you can't even hardly see the road over here because it's raining so hard, and all my tackle bags with everything in it, my scissors and stuff like that, which that's my kitchen scissors I used a while ago. And I'm rambling, but anyway, I was going to change everything out and set it up, but I'll go ahead and put the reels on what I'm going to do here in a little bit. And of course, most of y'all already know how to do that, so I'm not going to bore you with that. I was just talking about fishing equipment in general. And I mean, you can watch all these fishing experts and these pros. Let me tell you something, when they're pros, they'll go after I had to re-hit you. It goes black sometimes. It's still recording, but it just freaks me out when I can't see the screen. But anyway, a lot of the stuff they get that they are sponsoring, they get for free. Because if these old boys had to pay what this stuff costs, oh my gosh, they're spending a buttload of money. And most of us, and especially, you know, people like me that are older, and well, it ain't just people like me that are older that are living on Social Security. You got families that are struggling, that want to go camping and fishing and stuff, and they're like, well, let's buy this pack of bologna and this bread so the kids can eat a few days, or go buy a box of worms. It's people are struggling right now, and I'm not afraid to sit there and talk about it. But that being said, this isn't going to be a very long video, and I'll try to have it put out by this evening. And I've got my videos I make in my apartment haven't been very good, but you know what? If I can't go out on a Saturday and a Sunday, my goal is to make a video on a Monday, one on a Wednesday or Thursday, and one on a Saturday. I'm going to try to do three a week. I've been doing, like I said yesterday, I've been doing 3 shorts a day, and they've been doing really good. Of course, I'm excited when I get 400 views, and I saw this one deal. I didn't watch it, you know, because you can do that whenever you're trying to build up a YouTube channel. Oh, I need to watch this guy. I need to watch this. No, just do your thing. You know, do the basics like I said yesterday. But this one guy goes, why are your shorts dying at 400 views? And I'm sitting there thinking, well, I thought I was doing good and they're dying. But then if you figure out the statistics, but you be happy with what you got. I mean, I've never had that. I have that one short, 10,000 viewers. And I'm like, wow, that is so cool. But anyway, like I said, this is going to be a short one. I'm not feeling up to par. And I'm probably going to end this real quick. Thank y'all for subscribing. Thank you for the view. And I got more comments on shorts yesterday, and I do my best to answer you guys. And I really, really appreciate your comments. Some of y'all, you know, one guy called me Pops, and that was when I made 3 shorts, and my phone cover, I make my shorts with my phone, was all smeared and everything. He said, man, you need to clean your camera, which I use my camera right now. So I've been having issues with it, but I think I got it figured out. We'll find out when I do this video here in a little bit. If I don't have it right, I'm like, okay, I need someone younger and smarter than me to help me figure out this camera. So anyway, if you like the video, like it, and because that helps us all too. If you aren't subscribed, please subscribe. And share it. Tell people about it. You know, it's like I told my grandson, he has his channel is Bentley Outdoors and Gamer, and it's not jumping way up there like he wants it to. And I said, patience, Bentley. Be patient. Be consistent putting the videos out. And so if weather's like this, you know, there might be some days I do a cooking video showing you how I cook up fish. And what sides, you know, I'm going to show you what sides I like, and then I'm going to show you what sides I'm supposed to be eating, and which is no big deal. So anyway, thanks for watching. I hope y'all have a great weekend. If you're able to get out and do some fishing or camping or just, you know, hanging with your family, have a blast doing that. So anyway, we'll see you on the next video, and be looking for us down the road. See ya.